coming up in this read. You never know how strong you actually are until being strong is the only option that you have left. Gemini, let's get into your March love reading. Any information that you need, you can find it in my pinned comment below and in my description box below. If you're cross-watching for a Gemini, then please switch over the roles because I could be speaking directly to you. And please do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. You just take what's resonating for you and you leave what doesn't for another Gemini or a cross-watcher. Okay, please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind and without expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Gemini, some interesting messages were coming out in your pre-shuffle, so I'm just going to take you through it as I'm pulling your cards. Okay, somebody has gone through, I'm not allowed to say the A word on YouTube because it's actually a banned word for whatever reason. It's crazy. So I'm just going to use the word severe mistreatment, and I'm pretty sure that you're intelligent enough to understand where I'm going with that. Okay. Somebody, either yourself or someone around you, has gone through severe mistreatment and is finding themselves in a situation where they're being victim blamed and victim shamed, which is not appropriate. It really isn't. It's the vibes were likely coming from the one that was responsible for the severe mistreatment, who is basically trying to turn the situation around and make someone else liable for their own behavior, because they're just completely incapable of taking any kind of accountability, because that would involve a lot of introspection, which again they're not capable of it. So somebody is trying to tell their story of their severe mistreatment, and the one that's guilty of carrying out that severe mistreatment is sitting there making out like the other person's a liar, or they brought it on themselves, or that they somehow deserved it, you know. With that situation, for anyone who is going through that situation, it's important to remember, when somebody tells you who they are through the way that they treat you or the way that they treat others, believe them. Okay, right, so now that I've gone through your pre-shuffle, I'm going to start going through your tarot read. I don't know why these cards are taking so long to come out, but sometimes it happens that way. Right, so any of the zodiacs that I mentioned, please do keep an open mind, okay? Discernment is required, because they could be placements in your chart, they could be placements in someone else's chart, or they could even be character traits of somebody as well, okay? So that being said, you have the Seven of Wands, it's Leo energy. The Five of Cups is Scorpion energy, specifically Mars in Scorpio. The Six of Cups right next to it is Venus in Scorpio. Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. Two of Swords, Libra. Ace of Coins, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The World. The fixed signs, it's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. It's ruled by Saturn, so potentially Capricorn energy as well. You then have the Knight of Coins, it's Virgo, with the Seven of Coins, that's Taurus. And at the bottom of the deck is the Sun, Leo energy. Okay, what's hiding under that one? The Four of Swords, Libra. Okay, so I mean, we've basically named everybody here. The dominant signs, though, the dominant ones is definitely Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, Leo. Yeah, I would say that that's the dominant ones. I'm getting that strong Saturn energy as well. Really strong, which is all about... well, it's Father Time, basically. It pertains to, like, it's time for you to choose something. Saturn, if you can imagine, it's like that really hard taskmaster. It's where we're pushed to feel our ambition, to set our goals, to create secure lives. It can also be where really important lessons are learnt through really difficult challenges. Okay, so it's that whole thing of you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only option that you have left. Okay, that's basically the energy of Saturn. It's not judgmental, it just is the way that it is. Okay, really nice to see the Sun as your overall energy, though, and with the Four of Swords being underneath that is time to reflect. Okay, you've got the Empress hiding under that one. It's divine feminine energy. Some of you resonate with being the divine feminine energy. If I need to say this in a way that's not going to cause any upset for anybody. If you're a masculine, you can still be taking on this Empress energy, okay? Because remembering that it's the internal polarization of the feminine and the masculine, right? That's the polarization of the feminine aspect, which everybody has within them. We all have both feminine and masculine, okay? So just remember that the base meaning of the Empress, someone who is trying to create beauty in their lives. It's someone who's very abundant, or if they're not feeling abundant, then they have a lot of potential to create that abundance in their lives. Okay, someone who's usually very hands-on. Right. So yeah, this overall energy is, I'm feeling that this is your energy. Trying to figure out better ways of doing things, because again, the Empress and the Sun. The Empress is the one that plants the seeds and nurtures the seeds, waters the seeds, and the Sun is equally as important, because without the Sun, then the seeds wouldn't grow in the first place, right? So you're trying to figure out better ways of doing things. With the Four of Swords, that's like reevaluating something. So you could be reevaluating where your time is currently being spent, or for some of you, with this being a love read, this could be where your emotions are currently being spent. Are your emotions going to the right people, the ones who love and respect you, or are you constantly fighting with the Seven of Wands? Are you constantly fighting against unknown forces that are stopping you from really indulging everything that you have into what or who it is that you love? So you're reevaluating where your love is being spent. Some of you are definitely feeling like you're just being taken for granted. You're feeling like something isn't growing anymore. So this reevaluation, you are absolutely going to be taking swift action on in investing yourself into something new. But with this Two of Swords being essential to your read, it's like you know what needs to be done, but you haven't quite done it yet. Again, discernment required, Gemini, because I could be picking up on the energy of your cross-watcher, or the energy of someone else that you're dealing with who is in that situation where they're in like a loveless relationship. They know it needs to come to an end, but they haven't done it yet. Okay, that's the base outline of this particular energy. Someone knows what it is that they want. Now they need to take action, whatever that means for them. I do see that they're going to be taking action on their feelings in the best way that they know how. Again, it's not my job to sit here and tell anybody how to take action. Okay, it's up to every individual. And every person's story is going to be different. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of different things to be taken into consideration, which is why I'd never do that. Okay. All I can tell you, Gemini, whether this is you or your intended, it is going to take a while. Okay, with the Knight of Coins, this is not going to be a quick thing. The fast movement in this read is the Knight of Swords, which is, that's the decision being made. Okay, that's not the action being taken. There was a fast decision, but the action that has to go behind or follow on from the decision being made is going to take a wee bit more time. Okay. Why this Five of Cups, please, for Gemini? I don't know how that ties in with the channeled message that I received for somebody during your pre-shuffle, or even if it ties in at all. Okay, I could just be picking up on multiple different timelines. You never know. And so the universe says, did I fucking stutter? The Five of Cups is clarified with the Five of Cups. So a loss is being felt mutually. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick this card up because of my nails. Let's try again. Hold on. Nearly got it. Nearly got it. Oh, there we go. Right. I think next time I should make my nails a bit more pointy so I can pick up the cards easier. But yeah, the Five of Cups clarified. Oh, it was that way. Five of Cups clarified with the Five of Cups. So, mutual pain, mutual disappointment. I don't know what else I can say about that particular energy. I'm getting the impression, Gemini, that someone is trying to mend bridges. Again, I have to say someone because it is open-ended in a lot of ways, okay? I don't know if this energy is coming from your side of the table or from someone else's. So if I just say someone, you can use your discernment as to how it applies, okay? Someone is trying to mend bridges, that they're about to mend bridges. Because this feeling, it is unbearable. It really, really is. This is a timeline of two people who are, from what I can tell, are supposed to be together, but they're currently not. And they are definitely thinking about each other pretty much consistently, equally missing each other as well. But someone else is currently in a situation elsewhere that, as of yet, needs to come to its conclusion. Tell me more about the world, please, for Gemini. Okay. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, that's I call that the nightmare card because it's usually depicted by someone who is trying to get to sleep, but they can't sleep, and they're obviously in a lot of distress. It's a nightmare card. It's pain, grief, anxiety, worry, stress. Something's being magnified. There's someone's fear is coming to the forefront with this world, this Saturn, and it's unavoidable as well. Again, with that sort of Saturn energy, it feels like someone was trying to run from their past, and their past is very, very quickly catching up with them for whatever reason. That their past is absolutely having an influence on their present decision making, and therefore it runs the risk of potentially sabotaging their future. So whoever this is, that they do need to face whatever that is, whatever that fear pertains to. It does need to be faced head on. That's how it can be conquered. And it is something to do with someone's past. I do feel that really, really strongly. Someone made a decision in the past. Now they have to face it. And they're trying to think of ways of how to rectify it, basically. And that indicates that super slow action, because we had the quick decision of, yes, something needs to change. I need to do things in a new way, a different way, a better way. And then actually facing that fear, aka taking the action that is required, it's going to be a longer journey. Tell me more, please, about the 7 of coins for Gemini. Yeah. See, this is just repeating messages now. The 3 of Swords and strength. Pain, disappointment, heartbreak, and strength. Again, it's all about facing that fear. Repeating message. This is an opportunity for somebody to grow and transform their lives as well. You can see all the butterflies in that particular card. It's an opportunity for massive growth. And again, one of your first messages out, I see now that channeled messages. You never know how strong you actually are until being strong is the only option that you have left. That's that, the 3 of Swords and strength. That's that message entirely. Okay. What's this one? The Knight of Swords. Yeah. And then the 4 of Swords. It's more swords. So the Knight of Swords and the 4 of Swords, like, somebody could have said something that was incredibly stupid or very irresponsible. Someone could have said something based on their own fear, and it's caused this entire scenario to begin playing out. This could also be about someone having to face their own ego as well, you know, being in that position where they have to admit that they were wrong about something, or that they were wrong about you, or that they were, you know, they were just wrong about something. That can really take its toll on certain individuals as well, you know, having to face their own ego, having to face that they were incorrect about something or someone. It's a bit of a bizarre reading because it's unclear to me how you're fitting in with this one, Gemini. Have a healing message, please, for Gemini. Thank you. Nourishment. That's that Mother Earth, divine feminine energy again. Okay, so for anyone who's interested in numerology, that is number 7. And 7s pertain to withdrawal, contemplation. It can be metaphysics as well. Confidence, assessment, knowledge, ideals. Someone could be figuring out what their ideals actually are. Okay, so it says, choose to nourish your mind, body and spirit. Feed your values. Interesting. So it does tie in with that number 7. When you're jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you're actually hungering for. So pay attention to your health. I choose to nourish myself. Okay, so that's like a quick nod to shadow work as well. So if you're feeling any emotions of jealousy or enviousness, pay attention to where that is coming from, because it's pointing you in the direction of something that you want but you don't currently have. Okay, I don't like this whole black and white thinking of this is a positive emotion, this is a negative emotion. I don't like that, because everything's grey. That there's a reason for most things, there's a cause for most things, and there needs to be a balance. Okay, so any kind of, okay, I'll put it this way. It's clear to me that someone within this read has gone through, again, I'm not allowed to use the A word, severe mistreatment throughout their lives. So this could be pertaining to, as an example, someone who has gone through severe mistreatment as a child and always felt naturally jealous and envious of individuals who had fantastic parents, supportive and loving and kind and nurturing parents. That jealousy and enviousness would be a completely natural emotion in response to an unnatural situation. So do you see where I'm going with that? So then, is that jealousy and that enviousness then a negative emotion? Is it? Not really, no. And that can be utilised in a healthy way, as in when you have your own children, or if you already have your own children. 99% of those people who have gone through the rough childhood would do their utmost to ensure that their own child never, ever feels the way that they themselves were made to feel. You see? So that's using that, what would otherwise be denounced as a negative emotion, and turning it into a positive. That is alchemy at its highest level. Okay? So again, don't get too caught up in the terminology and the words used. Investigate the feelings. Okay, that's what that's asking you to do. I'm really sorry for going off on a tangent there. Right. All of us have a set of values that are individual as our fingerprints. Sometimes we aren't sure of what they might be if asked, but unconsciously we know. How do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, then we rebel. We get angry, sad, depressed, irritable or stuck, or we take the chaotic choice in our decision making, and commonly our relationships and life are not harmonious. An example of this might be someone who has a strong value of honesty being asked to manipulate the truth every day in a sales job, for example. Or someone who highly values peace, who is then being surrounded by loud, drama-filled people who are just the opposite of peaceful. So it's time, Gemini, for whichever direction this read is leaning. It could be leaning towards you, it could be leaning towards your person. Whoever it's leaning towards, it's time for you to cultivate more peace, harmony and prosperity in your life. If you find that individuals around you are not congruent with your with your desires in life, then it's time to reevaluate how much influence those individuals have. Okay. What else, please, for Gemini? Can I have one more, please? Thank you. Okay, boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important, yeah. So it doesn't make you the bad guy for you investing in healthy boundaries and reinforcing them as and when required. Emotions again. Yeah, look deep within your emotions. Yep. We feel things for reason. Okay, never ever be afraid or shamed into looking into why you feel certain ways about certain things or people or ideals. Okay, investigate your emotions. Past lives. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. And then 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So for some of you, it's heavily leaning towards the idea of a twin flame counterpart has been a catalyst to you going within and investigating what you're wanting to create in your life. For those of you who are currently in separation, well, I say separate, that's an illusion in itself. That's a topic for another day. For those of you who are, should we say, in physical separation from your twin flame counterpart, this read is insinuating that either you or they are very strongly considering reaching out and communicating. And that could also explain why you were both feeling this sort of discourse, this disconnect, and constantly still being like your energies are still constantly very much around each other, which is true. That is what happens to twin flames. Your energy is always intertwined. Okay. I did say that someone was going to reach out, didn't I, Gemini? You've got the throat chakra card. Turquoise. Some of you might benefit from keeping a small piece of turquoise close to you at this time to help you, to aid you in speaking your truth. Speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. Some of you could be struggling with a decision as to whether or not you should reach out and contact your twin flame counterpart. Again, it's completely up to you what you do with that situation, okay? All I can tell you in this read, especially with the sun being your overall energy, if you were looking for like a sign or a signal or a green light, that's your green light, okay? The sun is a green light. The sun is a yes card, okay? And then you have chakra balance, equilibrium. All things work best in conjunction with all things. Yeah, no shit, right? And then it's given quite a big list of gemstones that some of you, you know, not everybody's going to be into gemstone healing, and that's absolutely fine. But for anyone who is interested, then it's listed clear quartz, amethyst, lapis lazuli, jade, citrine, carnelian, and smoky quartz. Okay, so that's obviously a stone for each of the chakras. Okay. Some of you might benefit from doing like a chakra cleansing meditation, something like that. All things need to be in balance. And also as well, here's another thing for those of you who are dealing with a twin flame counterpart. Did you know that all of the work that you do on yourself also has a positive impact on your twin flame counterpart? So that's why oftentimes you'll see the message, when one is healed, all are healed. That's where that comes from. Right, so we are going to take all of these. I do apologise if anyone doesn't like swearing, but guess what? You don't have to listen. Okay, it's not all about you. Good grief, don't take things personally. Yeah, again, that is a clear nod towards what I literally just said. When one is healed, all are healed. When one does the work, you're doing the work for both. Peace, love, and yoga pants. Oh, and fuzzy slippers. So you don't have to take spirituality so seriously, okay? There is no strict set of rules. I don't care what anyone says. Spirituality is a way of being, doing, thinking, feeling. It's not that there isn't like a written list of rules on how to be spiritual. It doesn't need to be so constrained. 0 fucks given, and you're cute as hell. Yeah. Talk to the hamster, because I'm done listening. Take a deep breath and let your fucks go. Who needs to give one when you can release them all? So there's something is weighing down another individual, and it's like it's stopping them from progressing. Silence your inner critic. Tell that little douchebag voice to pipe down. Okay, so someone could be struggling to listen to their own intuition because they might be getting it confused with their loud inner critic. They are two different things. But again, all of this is going to take time anyway. Okay, mostly whoever this is resonating for, work through everything that is bogging you down and stop being so goddamn hard on yourself, like literally. Okay, so I need to leave that one there. That is what I have for you, Gemini. If you would like to book a private reading with me that is more catered towards your specific needs, then the link to do so can be found in my pinned comment and in my description box below, or you can just go to phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed and supported my channel. It really does help me to get the messages out there to those who are needing to hear it. Don't forget to join me again on the 1st of April at 5 p.m. GMT for your lifestyle read. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.